My name is Christina Lahif. I'm 97 years old. I was born May 1920.
Hey guys, so I finally did it. I put together the interview. I had to edit and cut. And just, make it a little bit more pristine. I think I'm gonna have two versions. One's gonna be an extended version for those who want all the details, and then I'll have a shortened version of maybe the spark notes. But if you have the time, definitely watch the extended version. There's lots of words of wisdom and things to think about. Another thing is that I found interesting is we asked Chrissy what my mom and I, what her greatest accomplishment was. And what was interesting is she listed something like a couple months ago that happened. Instead of reflecting on her whole life and living in the past. She had a lot of really cool accomplishments in her life. She didn't mention any of that. She mentioned something that happened just recently. And I don't know, that I just thought that was interesting to note. So enjoy the wisdom. Well, it's nice to see you. Now that I got everything set up. Okay. And I got my questions written down and everything. Well, first, how are you doing?
I'm getting nervous here, you know?
Yeah?
Now, give me that question again.
Oh, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You're very well.
Yes.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so the beginning, we want to start from the beginning, your childhood. So, what was your childhood like? What, paint the picture. What types of foods did you eat? What did you do on a day-to-day? What was it like?
I lived in a little town in Scotland called Clydebank.
Clydebank.
And it was a shipbuilding city, not a city, excuse me, town. That was the livelihood of our men there.
What types of foods did you eat?
I was a very picky, my mother used to say, you're a very picky eater. My mother used to make a huge pot of soup, with a bone, and you gals don't do that anymore. You get it in a can or something.
Yeah.
But my mother had to boil the bone for about a night, and then she'd put in all vegetables, which she chopped up herself, all fresh vegetables. But I hated vegetables, so my mother had to strain my soup, and I just had
the broth.
Just had the broth. Other than that, just poached eggs. I love poached eggs, boiled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Our feeding was different. We had breakfast, and then we had dinner at 12 noon, and then we had supper at 5.
Mm-hmm.
Eating was simple food, just the simple potatoes and vegetables and all that good stuff.
What is the secret to longevity?
That is something I cannot answer. Longevity, I have to put it down to health. I have to put that down to health. Because I was a very choosy kind of an eater. I was a vegetarian for about 5 years and didn't eat any meat, or we had cheese, didn't eat any meat at all, salads, what have you. So I don't know whether that had anything to do with my health there.
So then another question is, what makes a happy life?
Well, my happiness has depended on other people. How I treat people, I don't expect, but I find that they treat me that way back.
Oh.
So I think what you put out, you get back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say about friendship. If you're kind to people, people will be kind to you every time. So you meet these things as they come to you, and you realize that life goes on, and you have to have faith, or you have to have something. You have to have faith that things things will be right. Things, no matter what happens, no matter what bad things happen to you, they do come right and they happen for a reason. They happen for a reason.
What is your greatest accomplishment?
Oh,
Are you
I
most
haven't really
happy?
accomplished anything, I don't think. My greatest accomplishment.
What makes you most happy about when you look on your life?
All right, you're not going to believe this, but I gave a lesson in church not too long ago, a lesson I didn't want to give. But they insisted that I give a lesson, and I prepared the lesson. So that's one of the things that make me feel happy now. I feel that I did a nice job in that.
What's advice you would give to someone in their 20s, like me? What's 3 things or 2 things of advice you would give someone who's just starting out, embarking?
Well, it's
Early adulthood.
well, that's a hard age because you're just filling your oats at 20. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard age because no matter what you say to a 20-year-old, it's going to go into one ear and out the other ear.
Okay, so a 30-year-old.
30 years, yeah, now 30, you should be past that awkward stage now, and you're now grown up. And my advice would be, the best thing you can do for yourself is to be careful with your health, because there's so many people depend on you. What I will say is this, I believe that what you put in, that's what you get out. If you're going to be nasty or do things, then that's what you'll get back somewhere along the line. Mm-hmm. It's just that simple. What you put in, you're going to get back. No, as far as I'm concerned, no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Okay, what's your advice to a 50-year-old?
A 50?
Yeah, to mom. What's your advice to a 50-year-old?
Well, you see, when you get into that age, I think, and please don't quote me, but when you get to that age, you're torn. When you make choices, you don't realize what these choices are going to bring you. But at 50, you should be able to sit down and say, now, if I do this, this is what's going to happen. And if I do that, well, that's going to happen. Now, what would be better of the two? Mm-hmm. Your life is mapped out before you even say your first word. Mm-hmm. When you come into this world, when you come in, you have things to fulfill. I don't know where they came from, if they came from another life, or if I don't know where they came from, but I know that you have to fulfill certain things, and to do that, you have choices to make. Whatever mess you're in is a trial that you have to go through to make yourself, hopefully, a better person. I can't think of any other thing that it could make you. I think we're all given gifts. We're all given gifts, and if we use them right, we will help other people. If we don't use them right, then we'll have to pay the cost. We'll pay the price, and we'll do it until we get it right.
What's your advice to the 70-year-old?
Oh, well, when I was 70, I knew everything. You know, I danced, I sang, I can have advice from a 70-year-old. She won't.
She won't listen. Just like a 20-year-old. So you go full circle.
She's got it made. She knows it all. She knows it all. I know it all.
What have you learned from 70 to now?
And I learned that a long time ago, but I forgot it. What you put in, that's what you get back. What you put in, that's what you get back. I find that if you're nice to people, they'll be nice to you. If you're nasty to people, they couldn't care less about you.